This is our section on magic and divination. Magic can be defined as the belief that the supernatural nature power can be forced to act if certain rituals are performed. There are a couple of distinctions that have traditionally been made between magic. The first being imitative magic, or the idea that like produces like, and contagious magic, the idea that things that once had contact with one another continue to influence each other. Divination is learning about the future or things that might be hidden. Lucy Mayer, an anthropologist, identified three classes of divination. First are objects which answer questions automatically. The second, objects which answer questions automatically, but they are manipulated and interpreted by an expert. And divination, or things that are hidden that are revealed by a person who's believed to have special powers. A medium is a good example of this type of divination. Throughout history, dreams have been an important source of learning about the future or learning about hidden things. It's been something across cultures, very, very ancient way in which cultures have worked to understand things, what happens to us when we dream, the idea that we have a connection with the spirit world, and things are revealed and experienced in the context of dreaming. Presentiments, or feelings about things before they happen. Very often you will have people talk about the sixth sense, or ESP, extrasensory perception, or just ways in which people seem to have a knowing without really knowing that confirms information, confirms events, confirms things for people. Another way in which people very often find themselves knowing things and receiving information are through body actions. A person may experience tremors, may experience other parts of their body which may have certain sensations, or things that occur that are part of the body, as certain cultures believe, being connected with a greater intelligence, with a greater sense of understanding. Ordeals are another way in which cultures very often seek to find the truth about things. These ordeals can be very dangerous, can even mean the taking of a life or other extreme things. This slide is a drawing of back during medieval times when witch trials were taking place and individuals, primarily women, were subjected to tests to see whether or not they were in fact witches. Very often they might be dunked or doused in water, and if they survived, then they were not a witch, but if they drowned, then they would be known to be a witch. In other cases, there have been among various cultures where when individuals want to know the truth about something, they may do something like taking a hot poker and placing it on the tongue of a person suspected of lying. And if there's no harm done to the tongue, then they're telling the truth. Many other ways in which cultures have and continue to seek to know the truth about things. There's possession, again, another way in which a person being possessed will reveal information, will utter certain things that will bring about information that is thought to come from the supernatural world. Necromancy, or consulting the spirits of the dead, being another way in which many cultures seek information, seek direction, seek news about things, to be able to know things with the belief that the world of those who are departed continues to be connected to and have interaction with the land of the living or the world of the living. Animal types of divination can also be very important. This is an example of Peruvian shamans who will use things from guinea pigs to chickens to other animals. They will perform certain techniques with the animals, and based upon the reaction, will be able to know what is happening. There is a video that we sometimes watch in the classroom course where there was a shaman who himself was sick and in the hospital, and his apprentices who were trying to discover the cause of his problem took a live guinea pig and basically, and this is something that has been problematic for some of my students, ripped the guinea pig in half, and they were able to, in checking it, note that there were some abnormalities with the liver. And as it turned out, their teacher, who was in the hospital when tests were conducted, they discovered that he very well was experiencing liver problems. Mechanical types of divination mean when individuals will use things such as tarot cards, Ouija boards, pendulums, crystal balls, other kinds of objects that have been created or identified as being able to bring about information about the future, to bring answers, to do other things that help people, again, to know knowledge that is otherwise hidden. Nature types of divination. If we think about how there are people who will use signs in nature to interpret things, with the sky being dark or a sky having a red appearance, or certain things like eclipses and earthquakes and other things that occur being, again, ways in which people understand information that would not be otherwise available. Just a review of the divination techniques that we went through. Their dreams, presentiments, body actions, ordeals, possession by spirits, necromancy, animal types, mechanical types, nature types. Who are the individuals who typically practice divination? In many cultures, you'll find the shamans, witches, and sorcerers as being the individuals that people turn to in order to gain knowledge and information about the future, to contact departed relatives and loved ones. In an urban setting, astrologers, palmists, or people who do palm readings, mediums, and psychics are those individuals that people turn to for the process of divination. This concludes our section on magic and divination.